Hello, it's me again. Whatever, Kelly, I guess. I'll just go for Kelly. I don't know, I could make up a name, but I don't really wanna. So yeah, that's the thing. Anyways, we're gonna do today, we're doing a post-panic review because I've kinda did this recording past session and all that, so this is a review of Age of Empires The Forgotten, which was a patch notice of whenever the hell Steam came with Age of Empires. I have no idea. 2013 or 2012, somewhere around there. So we're talking about Age of Empires the HD version, but beyond that, we're actually talking about Age of Empires The Forgotten version, which is literally what Age of Empires 2 is. So what does this have to do with anything? Well, I've been playing it a lot lately because I like Age of Empires and actually grew up with a lot of that when I was a kid, with all the Warcraft and Starcraft in between, in Crash Bandicoot, and Grand Theft Auto 2, and 1. I had a great childhood. Anyways, with this is a very odd thing because you're thinking, why do you want to do a review of it? Well, it's because it wasn't bothering me because they have not one, not two, whatever the hell it's called, things with the things, expansions. They had two expansions, one of them good, one of them bad. First one was Age of Empires Age of Kings, which had a moderate, like, RTS fashion, like, we don't know what the hell we're doing, so we're gonna see what sticks to the wall, so we're gonna do a bunch of stuff, and most of it is easy, and that's what they did, and they, that's what Warcraft did, Starcraft did, anything else what Blizzard made for RTS did. Technically, yes, the only competitor that they ever had in the foreseeable future as well. I don't know if Age of Empires 4 is out yet, so don't even know if it's even gonna come out, but anyways, with that aside, we're talking about Age of Empires The Forgotten, which sounds weird because no one will really care, but I do, apparently. Because with RTS, the second one expanded on the idea of what people can do, what people cannot do, which is a big thing, because that's pretty much what happens in this RTS. Yeah, so in this real-time strategy of a game, you got the first campaign, which was all well and dandy, showed the basics, blah blah blah. Second one expanded on the idea, and the third one is the worst piece of shit you'll ever find in the universe. The Age of Empires 2 is okay, but Age of Empires The Forgotten, it was then controlled by the community, which is weird, I know. Usually things like Brutal Doom and all that, fine, that's fine, and seems to, get away with more what it can chew. I don't know, Brutal Doom's actually pretty goddamn good. It's really good. Play it now. It's free. Anyways, so with Age of Empires Forgotten, I was playing the campaign of the Forgotten because I skipped over the first two because I played those campaigns several times when I was a kid. But then I played the campaigns, and the first thing I've noticed is that they don't have any monologue or intro. The other ones have monologues and intros into the thing where they say, oh yeah, like they even say, like,
head on a pike seemed such a grisly trophy to be displayed in the chapel at Chalon. And yet it took me weeks before I got up the nerve to ask Father Armand why.
What's happening, all this, but they teach it as if it's like a story of someone else's. It's like,
the ships slide through a mirror-flat ocean, stained red with spring seaweed.
it's talking like as if you're someone talking to someone else kind of idea. It wants to bring that motive like as if this was a story of someone else. And it did that pretty good, and this one doesn't. No, it doesn't. So it does all in-game animations and transactions. First problem with this is you can't skip them. They take forever, and second thing, they're not read to you like Age of Empires 1 was, which was weird because that was made in 1997 and had voice acting in 1997.
The rebels in Kyoto have executed Lord Nobunaga. They will pay for this offense with their lives. Leave no castle standing.
What the fuck is wrong with you? RTS actually in a whole usually has voice acting. That's what it was known for. They always have voice actors for everything. Why? Because it's fucking hard to convey emotions with, just trying to read it. It's fucking boring because you don't give that emotion like from like Legend of Zelda and all that. Like, you can't. There's no way you can persuade emotions in a freaking overview of seeing like little things flailing about. Almost impossible. Almost implausible. Not completely, but almost. And second thing, so it doesn't read for you. It takes forever, and pretty much every time I freaking ever seen one of those cutscenes, I saved, which is which is a good thing for an RTS. You want to save a lot, but I just did that just to skip it if something stupid happens. Why? Because also another thing about RTS of Age of Empires, it is unforgiving in a weird sense. Like Age of Empires as a whole, when I was playing as a kid, the battles actually took an actual considerable amount of time. It isn't like, oh, we just shrapnel through everything like StarCraft and Warcraft, like battles are quick and fast. This one actually wanted battles to persuade a long time to give the idea that time is passing. That was the point of time of the ages. So it wants to give that persuasion, but this game makes it so that everything usually dies in 3 or 2 shots, which is very bad. So then you had to go through the whole freaking process of going through the 5-minute transaction of talking again if you didn't save, and that's the whole reason why I didn't even finish the campaign, because I couldn't sustain it anymore. And also, secondly, it was very, very poorly made. Like, this was an official one. This isn't like fan made. This was like officially people have made it. Like, they made this like, you know what, we're gonna make a campaign for this New Forgottens where they add in like a bunch of new races, which are and balance out a bunch of other things except for the Goths. Still fucking overpowered sons of a bitch. Anyways, but that's pretty much it, and that's what the whole thing was kind of about. It was kind of bad because of that. It doesn't try to persuade the emotions what the original Age of Empires didn't, nor did it try to do what the original Age of Empires did. So anyways, with that aside, so yeah, it didn't have a very considerable plotting of that. Like, whenever, so it felt like I was reading bullshit, which is the thing, because you could add shit like that. They added in custom sounds and the sound effects, so you couldn't say it was, oh, they're limited because they're not the official owners and had to dig and mod it. No, I've seen other people putting custom music, custom sound, custom voice acting, custom of other stuff, custom taunts. There's a lot of those on the forums of Steam. It's on Steam. You can get it on Steam. But besides that, Age of Empires The Forgotten storyline is absolutely shit, because it doesn't try to persuade emotion tries not to make it a story. It tries to tell the story within the game, which never would work because it never did. Like, I played the first one. Every time there's any interaction between two people or try to persuade emotion, one, you're able to free walk and you can continue. It doesn't force you to stop, wait, and listen. And ones in the Forgotten do make you stop, wait, listen. Second thing, whenever there's a timer, they actually added a goddamn fucking timer. This one, they don't add a timer, and it's absolutely asinine. Fucking add a timer, it's not that fucking hard. Seriously, I added in a timer. What the hell is wrong with you? Timers are easy in this game. They're extraordinarily easy to do. Doesn't take much, isn't hard, and yes, you can make it so it doesn't end the game. It makes me question why in the hell's God names on earth this freaking thing. Seriously, there was a quality in the game before you made the game. You're supposed to be the people that like the game, make the game, create a game better, because you're the fans. You want to make the game better. What you did was pretty much just faffed about the idea of hey, we're making things. We added in Vlad the Impaler. Fucking Vlad the Impaler, I thought was a great character. Until, didn't add voice acting, made his campaign story fucking asinine to do, and made everything else and that. And also confusing, whenever I did the Age of Empires, StarCraft, Warcraft, I always knew what the fucking objective was. And if there was ever a new objective, it says new objective, press here for a new objective. Whenever there's an objective in Age of Empires, even before that, I was like, what the fuck? Not before that, but on the Forgottens, I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Because it's not very specific. It brings in clashing information, and you have to read through all that boring ass text, which will either have 2 speeds. One, the speed of a snail. I know I have dyslexia, but if I can read it within that time and still think, wow, this is fucking taking forever, you got a problem, especially when it's only 5 words. Or they make it 2 very fast and there's 32 words. I was like, okay, I had my brother, who's actually, you know, good at reading somewhat, and he was like, well, what the fuck? I was not even finished, like, the first 5 words before the thing kicked us off, and you can't review it anywhere either. They actually originally did, but they also voiced it, hey, you know what? Words, 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 words. Not, hey, you know what? Blank, no talking. It's a very bad thing to do when in the same game you make the re-upcomings of it worse than the original was. You know what we call that? Very bad planning. I know you're not the original company, but you think for, again, being the fans or whatever, it would have been, you'd thought, at least in your head, to say, you know what? Let's make this game the best game as we can, not say, fuck it, this will do. Also, as a side note, because also the graphically, the first one was not very clashing. This one tries to overdo everything that it does. There's such a thing as having too much of shit, and this does it in folds of plenty. At times I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I'm thinking of having sprite epileptic seizure. Yes, I made that up. This is Kelly from Fuzzy Wuzzy Wuzz Gaming. This is my kind of little ranty review of Age of Empires: The Forgotten, and see you guys later, I guess. Bye!